Hey girl, hey, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Misha. Thank you guys for joining me yet again for another review. We are back with a brand new review for Ready to Love, Season 8, Episode 5. If you are new here, then welcome. I give lighthearted reviews with a little bit of laughter and a little bit of shade and a whole lot of detail. If you're back for a second or third time, then welcome back. Y'all, please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Share with a friend. Hit that notification bell so that you will be updated each and every time I upload a video. Now, before we get into it, listen to me. I have had to record this video 5 times. My computer kept crashing. I am recording this currently at 4:44 a.m. Now, child, let's get into it if we gonna get into it. When the episode first opens up, the men are waiting to see who goes home. Red, you're not ready to love. Goodbye, Red Bone. Okay, and good luck with your future quest. Now that he's gone, the men have the power, and Tommy wants the singles to focus on their non-negotiable. In the next scene, Herbert sets up a double date with Katarina and Janelle, and Q is there as well. So Janelle shows up, and Herbert is asking her, like, what's going on with your situationships? Like, how are you juggling those? So she looks at him and she says, what's up with yours? Because I can't even get a text back. Oh, baby, he would definitely be out. Okay, he would definitely be out because we keep our phones on us. So anybody who claims that they don't know that you're messaging them or they didn't get around to the text does not want to text you. Clearly, you're not interested. So he gonna try to switch it up real quick, talking about, oh, you are glowing. You look great, baby. She has on a denim outfit that's long sleeve, honey. There's shorts at the bottom. It's giving fall at the top and summertime at the bottom. You're just trying to deflect. You're not actually answering the question. Why are you not texting her back? Boy, goodbye. So then Katarina shows up, and her and Janelle, they greeted each other. And I just thought, it's just so crazy after all the social media hoopla that y'all were doing this weekend, child. You would think that y'all would hate each other. I'm just trying to figure out, like, where did y'all go wrong? Because it clearly looks like it's okay right here. Now, I'm not sure, but it looks like it's okay. So they have a little small talk. Katarina is saying, she's been good. And Herbert is like, oh, I see. So Janelle was like, oh, do you? Girl, please don't start. Okay, please do not start. You're going to be fine. Okay, you have your other interest here as well. Quentin is sitting right next to you. So Q brings up the non-negotiables. Herbert said his is, hands down, having kids. He wants to have a family. Katarina was looking at him like, wait a minute now. Not the children. She said in her confessional, I would have kids. That's cool. But if I don't have kids, that will be even cooler. Girl, just go ahead and say you don't want no children, because anybody who wants kids would not say it's cooler if they don't have them. So clearly you don't want them. So Herbert, you're wasting your damn time. Okay? Just make it plain. So it's a no for Katarina, but Herbert don't know that yet. So Janelle said, she needs someone with ambition. Q said his non-negotiable is having emotional intelligence. He needs someone with that. And he also agreed with Janelle on being ambitious, having a zest for life. Like, you got to have something that sparks your interest and makes you want to go. You know what? I actually had to cut a friend off one time because she just was existing. Like, she never wanted to do anything. She never had any ambition to go further. And I can't be around those types of people because they stifle me. So for me, I had to let her go, child. And she's gone. Moving forward. So they get up to play pickleball. Now, mind y'all, the first time I ever heard about pickleball was when we were looking for Jamie Foxx. Jamie, your daughter, got on the internets and told us to basically kiss your behind because you were out playing pickleball, and the world was on the Googler like, what is pickleball? Child, we were looking for it. So now, hearing that they're playing pickleball, I'm like, what is going on? So they're down there at the Chickle and the Pickle, or the Chicken and the Pickle, honey. I don't know where they at. They somewhere in Dallas playing pickleball. So Q said he wants Janelle to be on his team because he wants her as close as possible. Now, it seems like he really likes her. I'm wondering where they are now. I know where they were, but I'm wondering where they are. So they get up, they start playing. So clearly Q and Janelle, they won because, baby, the way in which he scooped her up the way in which this man scooped her up off her feet, I was like, oh, yes, ma'am. And also, it shows that he was listening. Because if y'all remember from last episode, she said she wanted a man that would be able to pick her up. So, baby, he was giving her a little preview. Girl, pay attention. After they get done playing, Herbert and Janelle, they go over to the side. She's asking him, if she can't get a text back, does that mean he's really not that into her? I mean, now that's what it mean to me. But we gonna hear what he got to say. So he was like, no, I'm just more of a nonchalant type of guy. I'm not used to talking to more than one woman. Sir, then you are not ready to love. This is a show where you cannot be laid back and allow the women to come to you. You have to get in the game. Okay? You have to really put yourself out there. And I feel like this is just an excuse. I mean, I'm just being honest. I just feel like this is just an excuse and you're not really interested. You know what I'm saying? Saying you're nonchalant, child, please. So she's telling him that the other men are applying pressure. So what's up? He was like, well, I'm really going to try to do better. And again, sorry, this is a dating show. Nobody should have to tell you to text them back. I just don't get that. I really do not. Herbert, I don't think you and Katerina are a match either because she's not trying to be at home bearing your children. She wants to dip and do. And I see Katerina being someone's, better half to a power couple. One of those Instagram worthy riding around in our matching Beamers, those types of things. I don't see her sitting at home spitting out a whole bunch of kids. So that might not work. So while they over there talking, Q is over there talking to Katerina, honey, waiting for Janelle to finish up because, baby, he was not interested in Katerina in the slightest. And that is okay. That is okay. He was over there trying to make small talk, talking about, so, are you competitive? Sir, if you were really interested in this woman, you would be talking to her about something other than her being competitive. Boy, goodbye and good night. In the next scene, Chris and Aries, they're having a one-on-one date. Now, I thought this was so sweet and so nice. Chris, your house is beautiful. It seems like Chris really has it together. It seems like everything's cool. Now, me personally, I don't see Aries with Chris. She gives grown woman. And for me, Chris, yeah, he's an adult man, but I don't see him with Aries. I see Aries with like a man with a salt and pepper beard of a particular age. She just gives me grown woman, established vibes. And I don't get romantic from her and Chris. But anywho, he hired a chef to make some traditional cuisine for the both of them. And I was like, okay, that was a super nice touch. So then they started talking about whether or not she cooks. And she was like, she doesn't cook as much because her kids are getting older. I think she said her sons were 11 and 15 or 11 and 13. I know it was 11 up and down. I don't know the other age. I can't remember. So then we find out that Chris also has a daughter. Now, many of you may have already known that, but I do not remember Chris saying that he had a child, or maybe I wasn't paying attention. He might have said it, but I just don't remember. But the thing that I did like is that both of their children are 11. So they have that in common, that all of their kids are like around the same age. So they started talking about their non-negotiables. She said her non-negotiable is the family aspect. She wants someone that's going to be a good example for her boys. He said that he feels the exact same way. If he's in a relationship with a single mother, she has to have a great co-parenting relationship with the father. And she was like, listen, me and my ex got divorced because I wanted a divorce. He really still wanted me. Okay, but there is no drama. Okay, no more drama in my life, honey. Shout out to MJB. We ain't got no drama over here, so we gonna be fine. So they get up, they take it over to the couch, and he's telling her that he doesn't let too many people in his circle, and he keeps it real tight. So he reveals that both of his parents are deceased, and seeing how Aries treats her sons shows him that she's special because that's how his mom treated him. So as he's talking to her, he starts to get like super emotional. And I have to say, I love that he was able to feel safe enough to share with her. I mean, losing one parent is tough, let alone two. Like, I don't know. I can't fathom that. I can't imagine how he feels. I just cannot imagine that. But y'all know what I did notice? I noticed that Aries didn't move an inch closer to him. Like, she didn't get up and go into his space. And I thought with her personality, she would get up and go over. Now, she did reach out and touch his leg or whatever, but I just thought that she was going to get up. He said that he feels like Aries has a very nurturing spirit. I feel like she does have a nurturing side to her, but I ain't really see it in that moment. So then he shows her a portrait of him and his mom. He's like, maybe you can meet her this way. And I was like, oh, Chris. I'm sorry, y'all. I loved this date. And I loved the fact that this man felt safe enough to talk to Aries in this way. Now, I don't see romance, but I can see them being good friends. I don't see no romance. I mean, she did say that she could relate and she was happy that he shared, but I just don't see romance. I just don't see it. Baby, in the next scene, Marvin and Unique go for a date, okay? He took her horseback riding. Now, mind you, the date is set, horseback riding. They get off. He has a picnic set up. It's very beautiful, looks really nice. She lets her guard down. So then they share this kiss. Now, after that, she asked his non-negotiables. Now, mind you, she done kissed him before asking the non-negotiables. That was the first mistake. He said he wants to have more kids. You know, he wants to have at least 2. And if they have a boy, then they can stop because he must have a son. Sir, it don't work like that. Now, I know it's science, honey. They picking out the eye color and the gender and the this, that, and this and but if you gonna lay down and do some of that freaky stuff you've been talking about, you ain't gonna just pop out no son. Okay, it don't work like that. Otherwise, we'd all be picking what we want. I want a girl. You know what? Let's lay down and make a girl. It doesn't work that way, Marvin. It doesn't work that way, Zane. Honey, if you know, you know. Unique, honey, you should have asked the non-negotiables before y'all got to kissing. Because now you sitting here like, I don't know about no 2 kids. I don't think she's down for having babies until y'all get a boy. I just don't see it. I can see just from this interaction with him that Unique was just not into Red. Because as I'm seeing this date, I'm thinking to myself, girl, you clowned Red and said he had a thought job, but you're here all enthralled in this sexual author of yours. Girl, okay. In the confessional, he said the connection is good, but his life goal is to have a family. And if he sees a woman that doesn't have kids, that would be his preference. Then why are you here with Unique? See, you should have gone home. Okay, they should have let you go. Why are you here with her? Moving forward. In the next scene, Maria is having a group date. It's Chris, Herbert, Sierra, Kira, and Jessica. So they're at an improv class. Listen to me. Y'all can say what y'all want about Dallas, because you know Dallas is losing their damn mind and everything, honey, all over the internet streets, honey, playing all over Beyonce's internet. But Dallas is coming with some very cute and creative dates. You have the horseback riding, the personal chef, the improv class. Because you know on every other season, they always show us going to the gym. Honey, that is not a date. Sitting around and talking, or going to a restaurant. And I really feel like they are pulling out all the stops. I love it. So anywho, honey, they get into this improv class. Chris and Jessica, they're up first. They have to improv them getting in a car accident. Now, the way that Jessica started it, Chris noticed that she immediately attacked him. And I was like, this improv class is very telling. Because I feel like Jessica was immediately on the defense. So he's telling her while they're, doing their improv that it wasn't his fault. He said his non-negotiable is a woman that cannot come to a resolution. He's trying to figure out if she'll be able to do that. Her, on the other hand, she's trying to figure out how he's going to take care of her. I mean, I can kind of see Jessica being a little bit testy, in a relationship. She seems like she'll get you together real quick. I don't know. I was just noticing in the way that she was speaking to him when they were doing this improv. I was like, Jessica might have another little side to her. I don't know if y'all gonna make it, honey. I don't know. Up next was Herbert and Sierra. They were improving them coming from the hospital and what went on. Child, when I tell you these two had me cackling. Honey, they were talking about passing up the maternity ward. She was like, well, you said your mama didn't want me to have some kids and this and that. And they were really getting into it. They seem like they have a little chemistry. They really do. Sierra said her non-negotiable is having kids. She must have children. Of course, Herbert is the same way. She was like, well, I mean, if we need money, baby, I got money. But what I did appreciate is Herbert said it's not about the money. I want to be stable in my relationship. I want to be married. And then we can start to have the babies. So, girl, he letting you know he'll put a ring on it. I mean, it seems like they're on the same page. And I feel like, Herbert, you might do better with her than Katarina. Because Katarina ain't having no babies. I'm going to keep on repeating it till you get it. Up next is Kira and Marie. So they have to improv being at lunch on a Sunday afternoon. So she asked him about church. He was like, yeah, I attend Bedside Baptist. He trying to be funny, have a little banter between the two. Here go Kira. Well, my non-negotiable is a man who loves the Lord. Like, you have to love God. So Marie starts quoting every scripture that he can remember, child. I mean, he was talking about it, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son. And he was saying all kinds of stuff. He was saying all kinds of stuff, child. So Kira is like, yeah, I just want somebody that is God-fearing, which is good. There's nothing wrong with that. So then she gets in the confessional and she's like, I just feel like I'm drawing a blank when it comes to Marie. I mean, he's not giving me anything. Girl, you don't like anyone. He said his non-negotiable is someone who is not health conscious. She gonna say, well, are you healthy? Oh, baby, the shade. Kira, girl, you tried it. Baby, that was a dig at his weight, and you ain't fooling me. So he did get a little snappy, and rightfully so. He said, yeah, I'm very healthy. Baby, he said he taking all the supplements. Beetroot, maca root, honey, sour sop, black seed oil, castor oil, motor oil, honey. He taking it all. Okay, he was like, girl, don't try it. Okay, some certain things you can't do. You can't lose weight in certain places, but don't try me. I was like, that was so rude. He said, people have died in our families that could have been saved had they taken better care of their health. And I feel like it's safe to say that these two are not a match. Kira, this is my thing. I feel like you just want to be on TV. You like attention, and that's why you keep wearing these conversation starting boots. You do not like these men at all. Moving forward. In the next scene, Philip and Katerina, they go for a date. And I have to say, Katerina, I love this dress. It's very flirty and feminine. I know I told you I love being a girl. I really do. I love the fact that we get to dress up and look pretty and smell good. And I love a good compliment from a man. And when I saw her in that pretty dress, I was just like, oh my gosh, I just love being a girl. Anywho, that's neither here nor there. That's just a side note. So they started talking about their non-negotiables. Now, on this date, I felt like it was kind of interview style. I don't know, it was a little stuffy. It kind of gave me robotic at some points. I don't know. So he was just letting her know that he's moved away from religion and he's more spiritual now. So he wants someone that's, on the same level as that. She feels the exact same way. So they're vibing when it comes to that. He asked what she felt about men with children. She said, I don't mind, but the baby needs to be out of diapers. Okay. I don't want you dipping back over there, putting on your smell good, getting your hair cut to go drop off them Huggies. It doesn't make any sense to me. Okay. I'm going to be going with you. I'll be riding shotgun. Honey, I know that's right. Now, let me tell you something. I feel you, but you got to be careful at any age. If they still in diapers though, it is a chance that they may be dipping back over there for the kids, honey. Dipping back over there. Next thing you know, they married to that ex. A shout out to Brandon. Moving forward. She wants a man that can communicate. And Phil said that he wants a woman that can communicate. But really and truly, I'm not feeling the connections yet. Because I feel like every time somebody goes on a date, they're automatically in their top. So I don't know, child. But baby, in the next scene, Kira, Q, and Unique go for a boxing date. Now, I feel like this must have been a leftover date because Kira accused him of only liking white women. So I don't know why she there. And Unique doesn't appear that she would even be a match for him. So Kira had to go to the restroom. She was like, oh, I got to use the receptacle. So honey, I'll be right back. So she leaves and Unique and Q, they're talking. So he's asking her, is there anything that you want to know about me? So she said, yeah, I want to know if it's important for you to find your person in this, space. And if you're going to be able to co-parent. And I was just thinking, girl, why are you asking him about co-parenting? Like, do you plan on going in it, breaking up? Like, I don't understand. Because he doesn't have kids. So why are you asking him about co-parent? It was just very weird. That was very weird to me. He did, however, say yes, he needs someone that's healed. And she feels like healing is subjective. Now, I have to agree with that. Because are you ever just fully healed? We go through so many things and so many traumatic events throughout the course of your life. You can go to therapy every single week or 3 or 4 times a week, but I don't think you're all the way healed. We're forever changing, working on things. Old feelings come up, old emotions come up, and you might still have something that you need to work on that you thought you had healed from. So I agree with her on that. And she said, in her last marriage, she learned a lot about herself, but there are things that she's still working through. So baby Quentin didn't like that. He was like, listen, Unique is not ready, honey. She got some stuff she need to work on, and I'm not here to work on it with her, so she can go. So she ends up leaving, and he sits down with Kira. So Kira gets in the confessional. She's like, I don't think that Q seems genuine. Girl, you have something to say about every single man. Who is okay with you? Who do you like? Okay, I'm finna get you together because I know who you like. We're going to get into it. So she sits down and she's like, so what do you see? What do you like? Do you like it? You like what you see? Ma'am, stop fishing for compliments. First of all, if a man likes what he sees, he gonna let you know. Oh, trust and believe he gonna let you know. And you don't have to ask him. If you step out looking how you need to be looking and feeling good, poised and confident, trust me, his eyes will follow. And he will let it be known because they have no problem telling their tops that they look good and they think that they're great. But Q was trying to make her feel better. And he was like, yeah, when you was working out, I was kind of looking. I'm like, Q, you don't like that girl. Anywho. So then she asked him, well, what's your preference? Because I'm looking at you and I don't think you like black women. Do you only date white women? What's your preference? Y'all, if looks could kill, Q would be an Uzi. Because when I tell you the way that his face immediately went on screw, baby, he was giving screw face. He looked at her like, what? So she was like, yeah, don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with white women because, all of my friends are white, so it's fine. But I just want to know. He said, I have never dated a white woman, ever. Never? Well, what about Mexican? He said, Latina women? Yeah, I've dated Latina women before, but never a white woman. She said, okay, so what's your preference? Kira, I'm not sure what spaces you've been in. You know what? Actually, I am sure what spaces you've been in, honey. I know what spaces you've been in, but you need a little bit more tact. And maybe, just maybe, now I might be crazy. Maybe you may be projecting a bit based on your own friend group. Maybe you only date white men and you looked at Q and decided, he seems a lot like me. Maybe his preference is white women. I think you thought your proximity to whiteness, I don't know where you got that from. I guess it's based on the fact that you were a Dallas Cowboy cheerleader and you use your Valley Girl voice. And you think that means that you're closer to white than black. And maybe he would have been attracted to you. And since he didn't gravitate to you and your spidey senses were telling you that he only dates white women, you're appalled. Okay, Karen. Okay. He said, look, if I didn't like black women, I wouldn't be on this show. My parents have black love. My grandparents have black love. And I want black love. So that's just that on that. Baby, he was not feeling boots after that. Kira, it's giving ignorance, honey. It's giving ignorance. And clearly you cannot read the room because he is not in the mood to talk to you any further. In the next scene, the men meet at the gentleman's lounge. Child, I see the men back in the lounge and the women wherever they have an open table at an empty restaurant. They back on that BS. So Tommy is asking them about the dates. Marvin revealed that he got a kiss from Unique, but his strongest connection is Katerina. The only reason why you like Katerina is because she doesn't have kids, but little do you know is that she doesn't want to have them. Okay, if it were up to her, she wouldn't have nothing. And then you would put your mouth on Unique and kissed her, allowed her to let her guard down, only for you to get in this gentleman's lounge and put Katerina as your top. See, That's what I'm saying, honey. You can't be kissing them in the mouth. Absolutely not. You ain't gonna have no son with Katerina. I'm telling you that right now. Okay, so hang it up, Mr. Sex Dungeon. I feel like nobody seems to like Unique. Like none of them. So Chris 2.0 said Kira is his top. I say, what now? Maybe it's because you're an actor and she likes to act a fool. Maybe that could be the common thread. Because, honey, I do not know what you would have in common with Kira. That was just so confusing to me. Herbert said that he and Janelle always have a good, connection. He likes that she speaks up for herself and lets him know exactly what it is that she needs. And she also let him know that there were some things that he needed to work on. Q, of course, said Janelle, because, they have a strong connection. But then he said, but with Lee, it feels like we're already together. But Janelle is my top contender. And I was just like, okay, if you and Lee feel like you're already a couple, how is Janelle your top contender? I'm confusion, honey. I'm confusion on that. So then Tommy asked them who they aren't feeling. Marie said Kira because, she doesn't seem like she can roll with him. He's an activist. Kira doesn't seem like she's one of those girls who gets down with her people. Seems like she might sit in the car, honey, and tell him to let her know when he's done. Okay, let me know when you're done fighting the power. I'm going to be in the car. Okay? Q said Kira because she threw him off asking him about dating white women and he has no idea where the hell that came from. Phil said Janelle because he never got a return text. Child, be thankful. And Janelle, you got your nerve to be over here fussing and arguing with Herbert about a return text message, yet you couldn't text back Philip. Just text him and say not interested. Text him something, girl. Herbert said Aries because she doesn't want more kids. Marvin had the nerve to say Unique. Y'all, when I tell y'all my mouth was wide open, sir, she's the only one that really even liked you. So, the fact that you put her in your bottom after he had that, I'm just not going to get over it. After you had that woman let her guard down and kiss your little nasty mouth. Child, these men here are a trip, but I can't all the way blame it on him because Unique, there were other men here that you could have gone on a date with, but you went out with Marvin and here you are. And y'all, I see nobody mention Sierra. That's not good. Oh, child. So it's time for the eliminate. Marie goes out with Kira. Unique goes to me with Marvin. Unique girl, you stay on an eliminate. Something about you, these men just do not vibe with. So here go Kira being all fake. At the improv, you were doing so great. You were like, yeah, I'm in Bedside Baptist. And I was like, oh, okay, look at you. Girl, get real. Get real. You basically implied that he was an unhealthy, big-bodied man. Honey, you basically called him big boy. Okay, and you ain't fooling me. So, baby, he got right to it and let her know that they met with Tommy. Across town, Marvin tells Unique that the man thinks that she needs to heal. But no, tell her what you said. Tell her how you kissed her and then you put her in the bottom. Tell her that. That's okay. She'll see it back. Don't worry about it. Back over with Kira and Marie. Kira's like, people judge me because of my voice and how I speak so proper. I have black cousins. I would damn hope so. Kira, you do know you are black, right? Okay, honey. You done been out on that field with them Caucasian ladies swinging your hair back and forth every single game day. And now you think you're a white lady. Ma'am, you're black. That was the dumbest thing I had ever heard. I have black cousins. This girl said, but I don't understand because I have black cousins. No, I'm not fight the power, but I'm black. She said in her confessional, the black culture thing is offensive. The black culture thing, baby, you're a part of the black culture. What are you talking about? And baby, you got your nerve when you sat there and asked Q if he only dates white women. Kira, you really can go. You really can go. And I thought I was going to like you. I don't think I really like anybody. You can really go. Okay? You can go. You're negative about all the men. You don't like anybody. In the spaces that you are in and the company that you keep, I feel like you were projecting onto Q because that's normally what you date. And nobody has asked you. But it seems abundantly clear to me, allegedly. Back across town, Marvin tells Unique that she is not ready to love, baby, or ready to heal. I am so mad, y'all, that she kissed old freaky Marvin and he didn't give a damn about her going home. You know what, Unique? Good luck and Godspeed. But Unique, if you ever come in contact with another man, please do not tell him that he has a thought job or he'll be over there adding you on Instagram. Y'all comment down below and tell me exactly what you thought about this episode. Listen, my review for this episode was so good when I did it the first time, and it was good when I did it the second time, and it was all right when I did it the third time, and it was like, oh Lord, when I did it the fourth time. And this time, I'm just trying to get through it before my computer crashes. I hope y'all enjoyed this review. Please do not forget to meet me on Thursday when we get together and talk about all things Ready to Love. If you have not been on the live and you missed the one that we did on Thursday night, please go back because the Heifers was acting up on Beyonce's internet and we got all the tea that you need. Please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And as always, stay safe, stay blessed, spread love, not germs. Peace.